The world of late night is rallying around Jimmy Kimmel after Disney indefinitely preempted his show for comments he made about Charlie Kirk's assassination. Jon Stewart even made a special appearance Thursday in what he called a Trump-compliant edition of The Daily Show. Check it out.
We have another fun, hilarious, administration-compliant show. Now, some naysayers may argue that this administration's speech concerns are merely a cynical ploy, a thin gruel of a ruse, a smokescreen to obscure an unprecedented consolidation of power and unitary intimidation, principleless and coldly antithetical to any experiment in a constitutional republic governance. Some people would say that. Not me, though. I think it's great.
Joining us now is Jason Selvig, comedian and co-host of The Good Liars. It's good to have you back on the show. We expect you to start treating us with that kind of fear and respect on this show whenever you can.
Always. You don't see that in my eyes every time I'm on camera.
Do not come on this show and disrespect us.
I would never even think of it. Everybody here looks great. You all are doing a great job today. I thought the reporting tonight has been excellent. And I just want to say... Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I want your picture should be on the side of this building, just like our dear leader Donald Trump has some on some buildings in D.C.
Well, it's always been a superpower of these politicians to just get beaten up mercilessly, and you just expect it. And you look at how all the different presidents would get roasted constantly, and you kind of wonder, like, how can they really do this to themselves? Like, you really have to have a thick skin. But Trump just has abandoned all pretense of any kind of skin at all when it comes to criticizing him.
No, I think he has very, very thin skin, and maybe that's why he wears so much makeup. I mean, he cannot take a joke. And late night comedians, they've been making fun of people, for years and years, and especially the president of the United States. But Donald Trump, he's very sensitive. He's a very sensitive guy. When these comedians tell jokes, it hurts his feelings. And that might be another reason he wears makeup, is because he blushes maybe. And when people make fun of him, or he gets nervous, so he wants to cover up his feelings with his makeup. But I think that what we're seeing with Trump right now is it is scary. And it's not like, look, this is not just scary for comedians right now. There's a lot of scary stuff for everybody. Right?
Everybody's being, there's to some extent, as we've highlighted this before, he's gone after universities and tried to pressure them into doing certain things, the law firms, media companies, big tech. We see how much a lot of big tech have bent the knee to Trump, having dinners at the White House and what have you. And that's okay to have dinners at the White House, but it's just the way and the manner that it's done. And that specific dinner where everybody was heaping praise on the president, right? When you watch a cabinet meeting, it's 40 minutes of just cabinet officials talking about how great you are, how amazing you're doing as a job. And I think that's what's scary. But there's something very unique about comedians. And the reason why I say that is because there's something sacrosanct in America about being able to criticize your leader in a way that other countries don't do that, right? Yeah. And you and I have talked about this covering the White House Correspondents' Dinner in the past, which is it is such a distinctly American thing where you bring the most powerful people and arguably the most powerful person in the world into a room and literally make fun of him to his face.
Yes, and Donald Trump has never participated.
Exactly, and that was the point.
And that is, it's based in fear.
Is also part of the lore that actually Obama at the White House Correspondents'
in 2014
Dinner is the whole reason we're living through this?
Yes.
I think because Donald Trump can't take a joke and he hates it when people make fun of him, that he decided to run for president and ruin lots of people's lives. Maybe that's true. I don't know if that, he has gone on record. I think it's saying that he was I thought it was funny, I thought it was great, but obviously he might have been lying. But with Trump, it's scary because so many people have done it, and they've had jokes told about them while they're at war.
Yeah, George Bush.
George Bush, this has been happening for years, but Donald Trump is afraid of it. And you can see that fear, and it comes out through anger, which happens a lot of times with fear. It comes out with anger, and he tries to beat people down and make them, I think in his perfect world, Donald Trump, he would be loved by everyone and obeyed by everyone. Yeah. And honestly, I think in his mind, love and obey are the same thing. because I think that's how he was taught love by his father, was just obeying him. That was love.
Okay, we'll
This couch.
We're going to therapy now.
yes.
Let's get to the bottom of this and let's solve this right now.
What happens when you put Jason on a couch?
It's the couch.
Jason, I'm ready. I'm ready for more. Stick around.
Okay, all right.